Hi, I'm Vicky. Welcome back to another recently read video. I'm just going to get straight into it. So the first book is I Never Fancied Him Anyway by Claudia Carroll. The main character within this book is called Casey or Cassie. I'm going to pronounce it as Casey. She is a psychic and she has got her own column in a magazine. People write to her or email her, and while she is reading their message she can then visualise that individual and sees into their future. She then replies to them with the image that she saw of their future to hopefully resolve their issue. One day she's asked to appear on a daytime television show and they have 3 callers ringing with their issues and she's able to resolve them for them. After that, that becomes a regular sequence for Casey to constantly appear on this daytime talk show. Unfortunately, the main producer of the show seems to block her gift. Whenever he is around, she cannot see anything. So people start to doubt whether or not she actually has got a true gift or not. She also lives with 2 other women, and the story does delve into their career, relationship, family dramas as well. And there's also a really nice, sweet but chilling moment within the story where Casey is interacting with a little boy who has passed away. There's not really much more I can tell you about the story without giving away the full details of how it ends, but it was a delightful read and it was just nice to have something a little bit different. So the next book is Big Girls Don't Cry by Francesca Clementis. This one is a don't judge a book by its cover. I would not have picked this up off of the shelf. It's just that I was given this book so I thought I would read it. The main character is a lady called Marina and she is overweight. Marina has got a successful career, she owns her own house, she's got a very nice car, she has designer clothing, but it just doesn't add up to anything substantial for her because she doesn't have anybody to share that with. Due to Marina being overweight, she then feels uncomfortable and doesn't put herself out there to meet anybody. The character has a constant battle with food, and sometimes she will go from starving herself to eating everything in front of her. Like, the relationship that she has with food is just not a good one. So she discovers a group that will help her to control her eating. So the group that Marina goes to is there to alter the behaviours and the way that these ladies think about food. It's not a diet, it's to get the ladies comfortable with eating in public so that if they want to have a hamburger, they have that hamburger so they feel satisfied with what they're having and then they're not later binging. And the main woman who runs the group is trying to get these ladies to accept and be happy with the way they are. So during the story, Marina is invited round to a friend's house, and while she is there she's introduced to a guy called David. David is a scientist and he has invented a new slimming pill which is meant to work with your metabolism, and there's no need for dieting or altering the way that you're eating. You just end up eating less because your metabolism doesn't need more. So David is talking to Marina and he is like, I need volunteers for this trial. So obviously Marina is part of this new group. She goes back to the group and explains this to the ladies, and Marina and some of the ladies from the group go and join the trial to try this new slimming pill. So a few ladies on the trial are successful. Marina is one of them as well, but obviously because it is a trial, some women have been having the placebo, but you don't get told who is on the placebo until the end of the trial. It has a nice ending where the main characters become happy and content with the way they are. I enjoyed reading this book, the only problem was that while I was reading it, it was making me hungry. So the third book is In Time for Christmas by Katie Flynn. This is about 2 little girls, one called Addie and the other Prue. They are sisters who live in Liverpool and their home is above a corner shop that is run by their mother called Nell. One day the girls are out playing and they're involved in an accident, and a stranger passing by helps them both to get to the hospital. Some years later the war begins and then the children are evacuated from Liverpool to the countryside, which is very lucky for them because their mother's shop ends up getting damaged by a bomb. The book then jumps forward once more and Addie and Prue have become teenagers who are now involved with helping out with the war efforts. Addie is a messenger in the service and Prue works packing the parachutes. Both of the girls become romantically involved with men who are fighting away in the war. Through the book, it's a constant worry for them, but they always keep their hopes up. This story finishes with a happy ending. This is a nice, easy read. So the fourth book is Winter Garden by Kristin Hannah. This book is about two daughters who don't really know and understand their mum. She hasn't indulged anything about herself to them. Their dad, who used to keep their unit together, has passed away, so now it is down to the two daughters and the mum to build a relationship with one another, to get to know one another. Before Evan does pass away, he manages to speak to both of his daughters. The eldest is Meredith. He asks her to look after Anya, her mother, and to always be there for her. And then he speaks to his youngest daughter, Nina, and promises her to get Anya to tell her the fairy tale. The fairy tale is a story that Anya has refused to tell the girls for many, many years. But Evan has asked Nina to make sure that she gets the full fairy tale right till the end. So both girls persevere with their request from their father, not wanting to let him down. So they do eventually build up a relationship with Anya and learn more about her. She knows that they're not going to give in, so she starts revealing details of this fairy tale. As Anya delves more into the fairy tale and reveals more of the story to both girls, it brings them closer together, and they also find out more about their mother. The fairy tale is a true story of Anya and how she came to be a Russian living in America. Once the fairy tale is complete, all three ladies have changed for the better and they are closer than they ever were before. I've read this book twice now and I just love this story so much that I'm going to be keeping this book and hopefully reading it again next winter. The fifth and final book is The Christmas Cookie Club by Anne Perlman. It's kind of a short story. It's about a cookie club that is hosted once a year near Christmas. Each of the 12 members turn up at Marnie's house. She is the host of this event. They arrive with their cookies, with food, with alcohol, with gifts, with everything to make it a really nice festive occasion. Each of the members takes it in turns to discuss their cookies and how they made them. Marnie is the main character and she is the one with a link to each of the other characters involved. When each woman is standing to tell their story of how they made their cookies, you are rewarded with a bit of background for how that character is linked to Marnie and how they know one another. It's a story of true friendship and sisterhood. It's a quick, easy read. Those are all my 5 books that I've recently read. I enjoyed reading every single one of them. Obviously Winter Garden more than the others. That is my absolute favourite out of those 5 books. If you've watched this till the end, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Hopefully see you again soon, but for now, goodbye.